In this video, we're going to continue our discussion on operant conditioning by going over punishment. So earlier, we looked at how one form of operant conditioning is reinforcement, where you are trying to get an animal to strengthen or increase the frequency of a behavior. With punishment, it's the opposite. You are going to provide a punisher, which is a stimulus that weakens or decreases the frequency of a behavior. Again, there are multiple types of punishment. First, we have positive punishment, where you add a negative stimulus after the behavior. So as an example, when a student gets a bad grade on an exam, you can give the student extra homework. So here, the behavior is getting a bad grade on an exam. And we don't want this to happen more. We want to decrease the frequency of this behavior. So to decrease the frequency of the behavior, you can give the student a negative stimulus like extra homework. Next, we have negative punishment. Negative punishment is where you remove a positive stimulus after the behavior. So as an example, when a student gets a bad grade, you can take away the student's toys. So again, we are trying to decrease the frequency that the student gets a bad grade, and we are doing it by removing a positive stimulus, removing the toys. As I mentioned previously with reinforcement, the terms positive and negative are used in the same way. So notice in positive punishment, you're adding something, and in negative punishment, you're removing something, but in both positive and negative punishment, we are decreasing the frequency of the behavior. Next, we have primary punishment. Here, an unconditioned stimulus is used as the punisher. So as an example, if a student gets a bad grade, they can get spanked. So spanking is pain, and pain is innately negative. This does not have to be learned. It is an unconditioned stimulus. Secondary or conditional punishment uses a conditioned stimulus as the punisher. So as an example, if someone is speeding on the highway, they will get a speeding ticket. A speeding ticket is just a piece of paper. So it does not have any innate value. It's not good. It's also not bad. However, what we've learned is that if you get a speeding ticket, you're going to get in trouble. You're going to have to pay a fine. So we have learned that this is going to be a bad thing. So when you get a speeding ticket, it's going to decrease the frequency of you speeding on the highway when you're driving. Okay, so that's punishment.